Just keep my dogs cool. I'm trying to keep my dogs cool. It's really tough on me. I got 3 dogs and not a lot of income, and I'm burning gas up all the time to keep the AC running to keep my dogs cool. Especially Luke here. Luke, he'll have a damn heat stroke in the heat. But I'm doing the best I can with them. I'm doing the best I can, period, in general. And, it's just messed up. The system is so soulless and messed up. A lot of people, they just dump their animals and get rid of their animals for a job, for example, and it's just sad. It's effed up. There's no way I could do that to my babies. They're so attached to me. And when my dad was alive, and these were his 2 dogs, I was trying to find them a home, but I only got one bite from some old dude, and he was just curious why we were trying to relocate them and find them a home. I was like, well, my dad's going to be passing away. And anyway, I couldn't find them a home when he was alive, so I just wound up with him, and now I'm so attached to him, I can't get rid of them. There's just no way. They'd be crushed. Their little hearts would be tore up if I was to rehome them. So I'm doing the best I can with them. We're surviving, but it is tough, with 3 dogs. It was just Luna and I. It's a lot easier on me. But, going through dog food like crazy. But we're surviving. It's just like life is not supposed to be this hard. I've been working my ass off since I was 16 years old. I've worked and had a job, and I used to always have a place, but then I got burnt out, and I had to leave my job for a little while because I was just burnt out. And when I did that, of course, I had to abandon ship and left my house and been living in my car. And I did it by choice, you know what I'm saying? Because I was just burnt out by the system. And it was just me, Solo, and my dog that I had at the time. She passed away, and it was a lot easier on me when she passed away, of course, because it was just me. And I could manage, just taking care of myself. And even though I got these dogs, I'm still managing to take care of them. But I had to pay child support for the full 18 years. That kind of held me back a bit, prevented me from ever buying a house. Actually, I've always rented a place. And life is not supposed to be this tough, especially when you work so much. Since I was 16 I worked, and now I'm 39, and I ain't got really much to show for it. Yeah, I got a car, actually 2 cars. One of them I got at storage, but it's my backup, but it doesn't have AC. And it's an older one. I've replaced a lot of parts on it to keep it going. But I got this car too. This car has a good AC, so I'm using it. If something happens to this car, at least I got a backup. But it'd be shitty during the summertime because I gotta keep my dogs cool. Way back in the day, in the 50s, life was so much easier. In the 70s, life was so much easier. You could work a job and get everything you need, buy a house, But nowadays, 2026, they've made it so hard for us to survive. I mean, inflation, has taken a toll. And it's been done by design. The dollar is not worth as much as it used to be. And it's been deliberately done that way to make it hard on us, to make us more enslaved to money. And it's just a messed up world. It's a messed up system, and there's so many people out there that are just sheeple, pawn bots for the system that just go along with the system. And most people are like in competition with each other, and they actually like to see you down below them, if that makes sense, financially. And it's effed up how a lot of people are. They're low vibrational people, in my opinion. Materialistic, And the system has just basically trained and molded these sheeple people to only care about money and to chase money and not follow their heart. See, I follow my heart more than I do money. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I was chasing money and I only cared about money, well, I would find these guys a home and, just be focusing on money, for example. But I can't do that because it's not my heart. I wouldn't be able to do that to Luke, Sophie, and Luna. They'd be hurt. I would be hurt. And I'd have to live with that regret of getting rid of them. And I just don't want to deal with that regret. So I'm doing the best I can. And we're surviving. Don't get me wrong. We're okay. But it could be better, of course, But it's just messed up. It shouldn't be this way, you know what I mean? But they've normalized, this fucked up way of living, of chasing money and just paying bills. And it's just not right. It's not right, It's really not right. Yeah, when it was just me, it was so much easier on me. I told myself after my dog Annabelle passed away that I wasn't going to get another dog, but I was camping out in the woods one day in my car, and this dog here, Luna, right here, she comes out of nowhere. I think she was looking for food, obviously, just kind of walking around looking for food. She was skinny as a toothpick, and I actually have a video I made when I found her, and you can see in that video how skinny she was. She didn't have a collar on her. Somebody had abandoned her and dropped her off in the woods and left her in the woods. The only thing I had on me at the time was some vegetarian beans, and she scarfed them down so quick. And I even had, I had some tomatoes too. Some vegetarian beans and tomatoes because I'm a vegan. I don't eat meat. And she scarfed them down so much. And of course I couldn't leave her in the woods. And I wound up with her, and I wound up keeping her. And yeah, she was the dog that I got after my one dog, Annabelle, passed away. I had Annabelle for, a long time. Since she was a puppy all the way to her old age, she passed away from a tumor. And I don't know, it was like meant to be, I guess. But I didn't think I'd wind up with 3 dogs, But I did, and I love them. I mean, they're really the only thing that brings me happiness and the love that I enjoy. I mean, they're just awesome. Why would I get rid of them and destroy my happiness to chase money? That'd be stupid. Yeah.